So tell me a little bit, because I actually had to look up and confirm for myself that a private individual can actually bring criminal charges. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing. And obviously it's very, very early stages. Let's make that clear from the get-go. But tell me a bit about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what the plan is.
Private prosecution, for those who don't know, it's doing the job of the police basically, but as a citizen or as an entity or an organization. And the organization doing it will be Reignite Democracy Australia, not Monica Smith. And the reason for
Mm,
that is that Reignite Democracy Australia got, like you did, hundreds of thousands of emails and phone calls and messages from people who were suffering during these times. And it just makes sense that we're the ones prosecuting Daniel Andrews because we represented all those people and we still do. So a lot of
mm,
people online have said, you can't just criminally charge someone. And I'm like, well, actually, you can. Moving on in terms of the actual strategy. So I needed a response from the public before I could actually get, pay for proper legal advice. I obviously had casual legal advice from friends and people I know, but I was really
mm.
waiting to see what the response was going to be. And half of me kind of didn't want the response to be that good because then it would get me off the hook. But within 20, well, we haven't even been 48 hours. I think we're at about 36 hours now. We have about $63,000 raised. Now, that is
Mm,
enough for extremely good and thorough legal advice on the prospects
mm,
of success.
mm.
Also, they will be able to tell me what the actual charges would be. I have an
Mhm.
idea as a non-legal mind what it could be, but obviously
Yeah.
you really have to be very careful with this sort of situation.
Mm,
The costs of them to defend themselves. We're going after Daniel Andrews and the 8 cabinet members, including the sitting premier of Victoria. So they will be
sure.
using a lot of legal funds to defend themselves. So if you
Mhm.
lose a case like this, the cost will be, in the potentially tens of millions. The great
Yeah.
thing is, though, is that, and again, waiting on paid, proper, professional legal advice, there is a way that you can go after them in their personal capacity, not in their professional capacity, which means that the taxpayers are not going to foot the bill. And, it's
Yeah.
also really interesting to note for people who don't know much about the legal system is that there is no payout if we win this case. There's nothing,
Mm,
there's not going to be millions of dollars coming out of the taxpayer's pocket. And that's what I love about this is that we
mhm.
can get exactly what we need for this country, for this state of Victoria to mend from what happened. Is we just need justice.